Morning guys, Andy back again for episode 2 of the Hidden Gem Gaming, and today we're going to play a little gem in itself called Door Kickers Action Squad. You can pick this game up dirt cheap on PC. It's available on Switch again, I believe on PlayStation, and again on Xbox. And this game is everything that your Call of Duty is, your Rainbow Sixes, and your Battlefields wish they could be. This is SWAT, the dream. So nice little fun game. This is a game that whether you want to play it for 2 minutes or 2 hours, you're waiting for your partner to get ready, you're waiting for the kids to get ready, you're waiting for a football match to come on, you can jump onto this game. You can play a quick level, a couple of levels, or you can sit down and put a few hours into it, have a game night with it. It's co-op as well, local and online 2-player, and it's awesome fun. So anybody who's familiar with things like, and don't get worried when I say this, anybody who's familiar with things like Angry Birds or mobile games where you have the stars for completing a level, so based on time, how well you did it, things like that features into this game. So that's where you can just run through if you don't care. Sorry, A Fever today's doing delights for my eyes. You can either play through for a couple of minutes, or you can go back and try and do it. So what is Door Kickers Action Squad? So this is sort of that 80s testosterone fueled, like macho man sort of riff on games like MURICA type thing, but it's not all out guns blazing to an extent. So it's 2-day side scroller. There's a couple of missions. You've got sort of like an infinity tower. It says what it is, where you can just keep going, and you just randomly generate stuff, and it's like survival mode. You've got classic mode, and then zombie invasion mode, which is the campaign, but the undead are in there as well, but we want classic mode. So there's a fair few stages, and you've got your challenges as well, and each mission set has 12 missions inside of it. So you start off basic, and as you can see here, I've done the stars. And stars, there is a slight RPG element to the game, not too much. You can sort of unlock skills, make it a bit easier to aim. You can unlock new armors and weapons and things like that. So you drop in, co-op or not, and as we say, we're a SWAT team. So you've got a couple of different classes. You've got the off-duty guard, your recon, Agent Fergie, who's dual wielder, Shield, who's your tank, Breacher, who can breach doors, and then your assaulter, who's your jack of all trades. I personally like the recon, and then you have your skills, which is based off your stars, so you can sort of do these as you like. So we'll just pop a couple of points in there, and then you have your weapons, which each class has certain weapons that they can use, whether it be heavy weapons like shotguns, things like that. The girl has dual pistols, has submachine guns. Then your gear, so you've got different types of armor. And then you'll have a gadget based on your class, and the one I like to use is a spy camera, because you do get rooms that are sort of blocked off, you can't see in there, and you hit that and it'll show you what's in the room. And then you've got your ultimate, which mine is, it'll wipe out 3 random enemies that you can see on screen. So yeah, let's get into a level. So you start off, so basic, it's fast-paced, the controls are responsive, there's no rappelling up on the walls. Now the doors here, normally what you can do, the other classes will just kick them in and get ready, but with the recon, you can go in a little bit more stealthy. Now, what you'll have seen there was that red line come across. That's my special ability for this weapon, which allows me to fire a sniper shot and wipe somebody out. As long as they're not facing me, I'll be able to take them out. So this game will throw you back to games like, you know, it reminded me a little bit of Moonwalker, the Michael Jackson game, where you have to sort of go around. I mean, you don't dance at people, and you have to run around and rescue Bret Michaels. I'm not sure why Bret Michaels is in this game. I think it's meant to be a lady, but with a mask on. But it reminds me of Bret Michaels from Poison. See what you do there, like some of the other classes have shotguns and things, and you've got to be careful because you could kill the hostage. What would you do, Frank? What would you do? Shoot the hostage. So yeah, it's got that sort of vibe of Moonwalker, where you save the kids out of closets and things. And that's basically it. So it's really straightforward and simple, but it's addictive, and that's what I'm sort of looking for in these games. Because if you're like me and you're watching these for whatever reason, you're sort of bored of all these big games, or you want something different, or something where you can just switch your brain off for a minute and play. And this game offers exactly that. I mean, I did that level while talking to you in a minute and a half. Could probably do it in about 30 seconds. You know, committed him. And it's good fun. There is a tactic to it later on as well. It starts with more and more enemies. You'll want to breach at the same time with your friends. And you will find that there's more and more mechanics. So you start getting things like here, look, perfect example. Ladder's outside now. Now I can use my ability, kill that guy, and that's it. He's down. What you have got to be obviously careful of is the hostages, and if they are facing you, like this guy, they can potentially see you as well, and then you get these guys with knives who just absolutely maul you. Another thing I will say on this game as well is the music is unreal. I mean, it's so catchy. It's got that proper like 80s sort of like Miami Vice sort of style feel to it, where I didn't reload, I'm gonna die. It's got that sort of, I don't know, like all that 80s sort of retro again, sort of the lone officer. His brother was killed by a baboon, and now he must take revenge. And then it goes on, and you've got the montage video, and it's just really great. It's a game that makes you feel good. I mean, the only downside I can say about the game is once you've done these couple of levels, and it does change up. It's not just hostages. Like there may be a mob boss. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to go around and you'll kill everybody on the level, like I'm doing now, but doing a better job of it. And then there'll be one guy at the end, and what you'll have to do is just murder everybody around him, and then make him surrender, and then you arrest him. So that's one. Then there'll be there's a bomb level where you have to run around. You're on a time limit, and you have to get to the bomb and disarm it as quick as you can. There's something else as well which I can't think of. There's one which is like just terrorist hunt, where it's just go around and wipe people out. But once you've seen that and once you've done it, that's all there is. Like, I mean, the basic premise of the game is this over and over. However, because of the level design and the music and just how quick and responsive it is to play, it doesn't matter. It never feels a chore. It's not boring like when you play some of the big open world games and you're just slugging around. I'll show you my ultimate ability here. So you press LB, and then at the top you'll see this. So and it builds up with XP. So you can add some body armor if you need it, gear refill, medikit, respawn player, get an extra life if you're struggling, or sniper support, and I'll just pick out 3 enemies. Now there is one way you can pick a single enemy out. Which can be helpful. but I just like to oh bugger, door shut. And what you'll find is, like with some of the other classes, whereas they can breach, you know, if somebody's behind the door, you can kill the enemies. And that's it. It's just save that. Whatever the objective is for that mission, that's the end of it. So if it's kill all the kill everyone, then, you know, once you've killed everybody, that's it, it's done. If it's save the hostages, once you've saved the hostages, it's done, and then your stars are based on its time, but mainly I got 8 out of 8 hostages. If I'd have failed, I'd have got 2 stars. If I'd only got 7 out of 8. But the game's a good blast. I mean, there's not too much to say. I'm not going to sit sort of 40 minutes on this one, you know, talking through it. It is what it is. I'm sort of working through it with a friend at the minute. Show you some of the higher levels. But for what it is and how cheap it has been, like this one we can't see, so this was my ability, so I can press that RB, and then we get to see what's inside, and I've got double the gadgets on. You can, when you find barrels and things, duck behind them for cover. So it's not just fully straightforward, and it's not overly difficult. All I will say is, if you do go running in, like even with the tank classes, you're gonna have a bad time. Like these enemies will sort of rip you a new one. But other than that, guys, if you're looking for something to play, you're a bit bored, you were going to do not nice things to me there with his dynamite. You know, whether you're looking for some online co-op fun, whether you just want a game that you can play, like say in short blasts, not get bored, pass a bit of time on, then I'd fully recommend this game. I think I'm going to sit down and play some more of it today, as I've got some free time to myself. But like I mentioned, other than that, you know, I've covered pretty much everything there is to do. Obviously, there's a couple of different game modes. You know, you can try and perfect runs and things like that. You know, there's some fun achievements in here, and you don't want him running at you like that. But other than that, guys, we've failed the mission. You've seen what the game's about. I highly recommend it. So as always, guys, bit of a short video, but if you can subscribe to my channel first of all, we're on that road to 200, but I really want to be getting to 1,000. If you can like the video, comment what you want to see from my videos down below. As I say, whether it's gameplay tips, builds, guides, more of this, which will be coming. You know, obviously we've got the FIFA content coming back soon. You know, so the more you engage with me, the more I can engage with you and get the content out there. But other than that, guys, like I say, if you can just stay safe, enjoy your gaming, and until tomorrow, peace and love, guys.